Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back to Mini Motorways. Today we're going to be playing on the Munich map. Interesting to see how this one works. Looks like we've got a river that's going to be involved. Score distribution wise, not too bad. It looks like around 1,000 give or take is going to be the sort of peak of this. So we'd like to be over 1,000, over 1,500 if we can. So let's dive in here and see how this is going to work. Always interesting to see the different concepts behind each of the locations. Not wonderful to have to go over the river that close to start there, but we're only using one of our two bridges, very reasonable. And we're basically trying to fulfill the demand at stores like this box store over here. It has a little, upside down grocery bag that appears there. And then a car is going to come from the house, pick it up and go back to the house. And when it gets back to the house, we get a point. So we're up to 3 points already. Like I said, hoping to get over 1,000, really over 1,500 if possible, to end up in the higher end of the score bracket. That is a weird place. Let's stop that for a second. Getting the weirdness already. So if we take this across like that, that should be fine. Two bridges already in a very short span. That doesn't give us a lot of flexibility for later on, but weird places for these houses to all spawn in. But there's not a lot of room on the map at this early stage. I like to focus on trying to keep colors separate from each other on the roadways, where possible to keep each of the stores separate from each other on roadways, just simplifying how the demand is met at each store and trying to avoid chaotic traffic wherever possible. So end of week one, we get to pick either traffic lights and road tiles or roundabout and road tiles. We'll go roundabout. Not a big fan of the traffic lights. I don't know if there's a lot of value in them. Kind of wish that we had gotten a bridge there though. With the two bridges gone so quickly, it does not give us a lot of flexibility, but we'll see what happens here with the next set of stores and houses. These blue ones are super awkward now. They've got the red all pinned in on that side. That's, yeah, boy. Okay, stop for a second. That's just annoying. So I think we're gonna have to bring this up to there for now because we don't have another bridge. How are we going to, guess if we come down like this, we can get those reds satisfied and the blue can come around like that. So we're running basically four red houses through on this one bridge. It splits over here to each of the stores. It's not the end of the world. It's not as tidy as I like to keep it if possible, but we can make that work. Don't love that. So what are we going to do here? Yes, we ideally, yes, it's weird. That's hard to get around. I don't think I really can take that around. I think we'll just probably leave that for the time being because I could go wider with the blue road, but then it can't get itself back around to this bridge. So I think we'll just leave it that way for now. Maybe those reds will have a different way to get them through, or we'll get a different store that'll open up that they can be used for. We can work with that. Relatively simple for the grays there. Traffic lights and 20 road tiles or 30. I guess we'll just take the 30. Not super helpful. Would be nice to have a motorway or another bridge. I assume we're going to have to make some compromises in terms of bridges soon. Yeah, we've got a blue out here on the island, which is not helpful at all. So that's going to need at least a bridge to be used anywhere. See where the game goes. It's annoying having this blue right in here. So it's buried in the middle of all those reds. Doing okay though, keeping on top of things. Almost at the end of another week, which will give us more things to play with. Really would love a bridge though. We'll see if that's in the cards. Okay, so motorway. Gotta take the motorway. Then let's pause. That's pesky. So we need to do basically the motorway from there over to there, and then road to connect there. Don't love that, but like what else am I going to do there? That gives us a couple houses that are, oh, now we've got this blue has become an IMAX or arena or whatever you'd like to call it. Let's pause for a second. I think we can take, so we've got the two blues. I think we can back this up. There was another blue in there, so I think 3 for the arena, IMAX, whatever your sort of favorite big consumer place is. That is probably what that is. And then we've got the 2 going here, which probably works for us. Map is getting a bit chaotic, but still doable. That's annoying. So if we go and what do we got? 30 road tiles. I think we can get this around to there. And we can probably bring that there and then go, maybe not from there, maybe we'll branch it down just slightly lower. I think that keeps everything going the way we want. I mean, not necessarily amazing to look at, but this is all functional. Pesky that we had to use the motorway for those purples, but there we go. Bridge is nice. Thank you, bridge. Actually thinking the bridge would be useful. We're going to come down here. If we sever that, so Then we have 4 for this one and 2 for that one. Should work out. Makes things slightly tidier, maybe. Also fills up a bit more space on the map, which is probably not a bad thing. Keep things from getting too out of hand. Definitely some weird ways that it's decided to spawn this time around, but really probably need another bridge. I'm guessing we're gonna have some, what's going on here? Pause that for a second. So I guess this is kind of an orangey red and this is a pink here, but we keep ending up. How do we make that work? I mean, I guess we could do something like that, where that goes on there. This comes up here and goes on there. We have the road that comes to there. And then this needs to come out and around to there. There's an ugly, ugly set of roads, but at least I think it keeps everything, heading in a reasonable direction. I don't like this. I don't like how these blues have to go on such a long and winding road. Let's take a bridge in 20 because I feel like that's going to be needed. I don't know what will need it specifically, but I feel like something. Yeah, it's 2 blues now on this island. We got a pink over there, so pink, I guess, is what we're going to need to do. We've got 3 pinks that are hooked up for that particular store. This red is getting busier. It's now the arena, but that's okay. We got an extra house there, so there's 4 going that way, 4 going this way. That should be doable. A motorway and 10 or 30. I feel like we probably need a motorway. You just know something weird is going to happen at some point. Though I kind of feel like we need to drop a motorway there and then bring it up to there. Then I kind of feel like I just want to, well, we'll leave it for now. I kind of want to like get rid of this weirdness here because these 2 are so long winding road to get over to this store, but we'll see here. We shall see. Oh, there's 2 blues there now. Our blues for the arena over here are a little taxed. Doing okay though. Kind of like them to stay okay if we can. What are we gonna do for that pink? I feel like we're going to need to save that. It's a long way for that to go, but let's bring that red in there. Get that to go crazy, just in like that. Keep 2 for this one and then 4 to split between those two there. Actually don't need that arm anymore. Can actually probably take you back over there since we've got so many popping up here. Let's grab a motorway in 10. Feel like probably need to do this. That we've got 3 blues currently for that arena. It's getting overwhelmed. 3 more should help it out. This white gray can come over here and help with those ones. Yeah, which is going to be useful because there's lots of white gray and we've got lots of, let's pause that for a second. Oh, so I see. Blue. So if we take, so we've got the blue store over here. We've got stuff going everywhere. Let's simplify for a second here. Let's take this around. Let's see, what can we do? I guess we could take you there and we could simplify this just to get some road back. It keeps us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can do that. Let's probably still go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. I would like to simplify that so that these stores are handled separately and it's not using that, but let's take a moment to that's wired in. That is wired in. I want to so we've got 2, 4, 6. 6 that are going there. So I feel like we could probably do that. That would leave these 3 to go to this, and then these 6 over here would handle the arena. Feel like that's doable. Simplify that road so that it all hooks up. Let's run that and see what happens. This blue should calm down pretty quick. This red could use a little help, I think. And then we've got this gray over here. Feel like if we what can we do to simplify this? I may end up with most of that road back at some point, but I want to see if there's a way that I can make this a little tidier. So let's go that way, and the trouble is that we're out of road very quickly. Those blues keep spawning in, that's fine. So we're getting some of our road back, which is good. Those pinks, if they were coming around that way, I feel like, let's see here, another pink store down there. Well, that's lovely. A bridge and 20, I guess. So let's pause that for a sec. If you go that way, you can go there and you can go there. So it's 4, that's 7. That's just more. That is more than we need, but we've got 5 there. If we do this, I'm gonna just deal with that for the time being. I know that's not amazing. I can bring it around to this side, I think, but let's leave it like that. What if we go like this? What if this came through here? I don't love what that's probably going to do to the road there, but let's cut that corner aggressively there. We're not going to have enough road to do this, are we? Not enough road. I guess we just need to play this game again where we do that. So they all can come in there. And we have that there, and then connect the road like that. That makes all of that work. And then we can probably, we'll leave that for the time being. See where we need stuff, but that should hopefully get the cars all moving. Makes the traffic a little bit of a zoo. We need, so purple can go that way, but how do we get purple? How do we get purple all the way over there? This is going to be ugly, isn't it? So I'm going to need to connect that. How do we make that? I mean, I guess we could take, if we take that off. Need that road to come free. And then we need that there. Will that send some purples out? That'll send them out. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Yeah, motorway and 10 is what we will take. So if we do that, and then we put a motorway there, and we put a motorway to there. Go, 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 purple cars. Basically sever that road because that's going to just destroy the traffic otherwise. But I think that brings that that red's okay there, yes. Sever that little bit of road there and sever that little bit of road there. This needs to then need one piece of road. Good grief. This map went bonkers in a hurry. So that gets that store attached. Now we don't have enough road to get that yet, that white gray one attached to anything, but that's probably okay. What are you doing up there? That's like the worst. That's like an awful spot for you to be. Don't even have any road. Over 1,000, so that's good. I need 3. Think that might work. Is that going to get us some blue cars coming up? I think we need the motorway. So we've got these 3 houses down here that come across to there. That's actually probably enough. If we go and take you over to there, and then we sever that, and if we sever that, I think those will be okay. We need this red connected to things. How do we, where can I steal some road from? What if we steal that road for the time being? That gets us 3 onto that one. Maybe we even need 4 just to get started, maybe. Yeah, not enough for that either. Okay, let's run it and see. We're up over 1,100. Things are moving, but man, oh man, it's chaos. Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to move that back to there because I feel like it's needed up there more than down here. These 3 should be more than enough to take care of that. Put that white one into the roads there. I don't know what we'll do with the blue for the time being. There's so many white, gray ones down here. That I need like I need a motorway if I'm going to do anything with that. Feel like if we can get a motorway, we can get a good, we can really help ourselves along. What are you doing? What are you doing there? What an awful. Okay, we'll leave that pink one there. I guess it's going to get something to start. Take our 30 road. Let's pause for a second. What can we do? I mean, I guess we could run that like that, and that comes down there. That makes those blues part of the game. The thing is it's like, how do I get... So we put these pinks here, which should be enough to take care of that, so we don't have that little bypass. Doesn't save us a ton, but it's a thing. 13 road tiles. I guess we can bring that through there. I don't love that, but it's probably worth getting that purple involved. Yeah, with no motorway. How do I make connection here? I mean, I can bring those whites across there, and then I can bring them through there. I don't love that, but that at least connects two more whites into the newer white gray, whatever it's trying to be. I don't know that it's going to matter, though. I think we're just going to tap out on one of these, the alarms here. 1,470. Wow, that really went bonkers in a hurry. Where does that put us on the board? Now we unlock challenges, but where are we on the Munich? Top 25%? That's not bad, but man, that went crazy in a hurry. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Like, we ended up in a good spot there, but if we'd managed to get a motorway and bring those grays into the gray-white ones into the mix, I feel like we could have gone for a while longer, but yeah. Interesting. It always makes you think, and there's never a dull moment. It really ramps up in some crazy ways. But, overall, happy with the fact that we managed to do a pretty decent score there on our first playthrough of the Munich map. And yeah, I think we'll leave that there for now. Next time we pick it back up, we will look at Zurich. Should be interesting. It looks like we're going to have tunnels and bridges due to mountains and rivers that we'll have to be navigating. Should be interesting. Open up some new issues to deal with. But thank you very much for watching. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.